We are starting.
Yeah,
How's it going, Brago?
What's going on, bro?
Why are you laughing? We just started the video.
It's like a slow countdown.
What happened? Nah, I gotta keep you on your toes. You know, whenever we count ourselves in, you always do it super
Take your
fast. So
time.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it slow.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
I'm not
slow
mad
and
at it. I
steady.
get it.
So, you know who else is slow and steady, Brago?
Smiley?
No, King Becori. Oh man, 16 years have passed, and Becori is here to finish the job. He's here to destroy Sorbet Kingdom. And let me tell you, Luffy, 2 years, Gear 4th, trained with Rayleigh. He came back, one shot of Pacifista. Becori had 16 years. Take Luffy, but times it by 8. Becori's there. Do you think he's strong? Do you think he's destroying Sorbet Kingdom single-handedly? What's up?
No, I don't think he's been training this entire time and he's the one that's doing this.
No.
I think if anything, he has somebody of note with him that could be doing his bidding.
Oh.
Something like that. But it'd be kind of different if King Becori is actually strong. Because I mean, the thing is, we've seen, like, for the most part, the kings, they're like, they become fighters, right? They can fight, they can do different things, like, but
yeah,
Elizabello,
like Elizabello,
Riku, yeah,
King Riku can kind of fight. Yeah, he was Ricky in the Coliseum.
They can fight a little bit, but
yeah,
you know, they're not. They can't compete with. No,
they're not that strong.
And so Becori, he seemed to be like a selfish, like, you know, one of those guys that's always dependent on his title, always self-preservation. I don't think he's ever had to do anything of that nature. So, yeah, I don't think he's that strong. Yeah, I think he's coming with somebody.
But here's the thing, like, you know, you were talking about kings, and I can't believe you threw Elizabello in there, man. His King's Punch, rumor has it, it can take out a Yonko. And now, bouncing off that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN, or more specifically, NordVPN.com/SYV. I've been using VPNs for a while now, and NordVPN has everything you and I could ever need to browse the internet safely. The feature I love most is NordVPN's Threat Protection feature, which is the next step for your digital security. Threat Protection neutralizes cyber threats before they can do any real damage to your device. It makes your browsing safer, smoother, and helps identify malware-ridden files, stops you from landing on malicious websites, and blocks trackers and intrusive ads on the spot. Once you enable NordVPN's Threat Protection feature in your NordVPN app settings, it protects your browsing even when you're not connected to a VPN server. Additionally, it helps load websites a lot faster since it blocks out all of the junk, which is a great feature I thought you should know about. So why not go ahead and take advantage of NordVPN's special deal this video and sign up for their 2-year plan, because with that, you get an additional 4 months for free. And here's the best part. It is absolutely risk-free because NordVPN has a 30-day money-back guarantee. And now with that being said, once again, it is NordVPN.com/SYV. And thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video. That was some crazy lore when they first dropped that in Dressrosa. People were going wild with the Elizabello hype.
I think that's what people do.
Yo,
that's
2016 was a different year.
Like, they just attach things to feats that they don't understand. You know? Where it's like, Kaido can't die. You know, it's just, well, because you can't...
Hey, Kaido's never taken a King's Punch,
right?
Let me tell you.
The King's Punch, but
that's crazy.
A lot of statements are attached to people in One Piece that aren't really verified, right? Certain things are just like, oh, this person is this, and then the people just kind of ran with it, right? It just became a legend off of that. It's a rumor.
Yeah, it's like a rumor.
And so there are very few rumors nowadays that I would just believe straight up. Like, King's Punch can take out a Yonko. I mean, I guess if they're not blocking and it just take it straight up.
If they're not blocking, if they're injured, if they're on death's door, they have cancer like Whitebeard. Yeah, they're asleep. They're a devil fruit user in the ocean. Maybe they'll die.
It's really strong, but I don't think a King's Punch is taking out Kaido. I don't think it's taking out Big Mom.
Wait, didn't a King's Punch, if I recall correctly, I don't even think the King's Punch took out Pika. What is that saying about him?
Yonko plus.
Hey, it's confirmed, dude. I mean, he was the same. He was kind of built like Kaido too, right? Maybe there's something there. He's kind of built like Kaido, like a buccaneer.
Research on Pika.
I see it.
There's some things we missed.
I feel like with Doflamingo getting hype and Mihawk getting hype, Kuma getting hype, Dragon, I feel like it's time to bring back Pika into the conversation. The Stone Fruit's kind of insane.
This one character that I wasn't sure if he's ever gotten hype. Pika.
Who, Pika?
You know, it's just he's never gotten. It's just,
we laugh at him too much.
People thought he was running away from Zoro, but it was strategic retreat, right?
Strategic retreat.
Remember, he's one of the few
that's what
that
it is.
used full body Haki,
That's
full
what I
body
called
armament. I know it's not as big a deal now, but
yeah, do you think we'll ever see that
full
again?
body?
Yeah, do you think we'll see full body like black Haki again? Because I thought that was so strange. Like it was just this purple human just walking around, and it's like, what's going on here? You think? You think Oda realized he was goofy?
This is stupid, man. This is even in the movie with Bonney World.
The last time we saw it was Bonney World. He was blue.
Like, full body Haki doesn't have a great track record.
Yeah, it makes sense though, right? Like your whole body's Haki. Like you don't have to worry about turning it on and off.
It's just somebody,
but
you know, just basically trying stuff, right? Like, yo, I'm just gonna try this. I have this excess Haki. Let me just try putting it over my body. I think part of it is also just intimidation. Trying to I can do this. You should probably surrender. Look at this. You know? Because in the anime at least, do you remember Smoker's face when he saw Vergo go full body? Like,
Smoker was so surprised. Yeah, Smoker looked like Vergo just whipped off his pants or something. Just Smoker had his mouth wide open, sweat dropping down.
He looks strong, but like, relax.
And then Law comes in and just slices him in half with his devil fruit.
That's when Vergo had his bamboo stick, and it was like when it was touching the ground was just being dented and all that. So he was like, yeah, he was cool. Dude, he was scaring Smoker. So Smoker's like, yo, I don't know what's going on. This is crazy.
Bouncing off of the video that we made up for your channel, did Vergo ever scare you? Because he has steak on his cheek, since you don't eat steak?
I guess that was steak, huh?
Is that something that happened? Was your face also like wide open and everything?
I always looked at it like
Smoker.
Why is it just meat on your face?
Oda has to have that gag, you know?
I think I get it running. I get the gag thing. We're just like, yeah, it's just a gag, but it's like for meat on your face.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
I think Katakuri had the best gag. I'll give you that because I know he's one of your favorite characters. I think he had the best gag because it actually looks cool. Like the mouth.
The reason, and then also like with Vergo, I had made a theory back in the day about Vergo being a member of Germa, and he's from Germa. That's why the food was sticking and all this different stuff. It was like a old theory back in the day.
Not a bad theory. You know, looking back at it, you know, he looked like one of the soldiers that Judge had.
Yeah.
Just bald.
They all looked. If you think about it, a lot of them look like
pretty
Vergo.
Much it. Just
if you go back and look at Vergo, back then, look at what they look like. It's like, yo, why do they look so alike?
I like that. The female satellites are modeled after Ginny, and then the Germa 66 soldiers are modeled after Vergo.
Hey, I'm just saying, think about it.
Maybe you're cooking, man.
Think about it. It said the female
cooking.
Oh, because of the York comparison.
Not the York comparison, but like the hair, yeah. Like, people are comparing the hair of, like, the satellites and Ginny, and they're like, yo, they kind of look alike. I'm like, yeah, maybe. You know, maybe Kuma starts working with Vegapunk, and he's like, hey, if you're going to make a female, I know the hairstyle.
What's the inspiration, I guess? I think, I don't know. I mean, it's not a... We've seen crazy things in One Piece. It's just, how do we get from there where Vegapunk is now making things based off of Kuma's past? You know? They'd have to get really, really close.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things because like Vegapunk must have seen Kuma's memories since it's just sitting in a room in Vegapunk's hometown. So I mean, it doesn't have to be anything big. Like it's not gonna be like some big reveal. Like, oh, by the way, it kind of looks like Ginny a little bit, like 10%. It's one of those things where like maybe an SBS comes out and Oda's like, yeah, they all kind of look like Bonnie's mom, but it's no big deal. And it's one of those like small fun facts, right? Like you're over here playing Clue on One Piece and they drop you with that one. I feel like
sometimes in One Piece things don't have to get confirmed for you to have fun with it.
Oh yeah, definitely not. And that's the best part about One Piece. It's so big that anything can just slip under the radar and you'll learn about it years down the road and you're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I see it now.
So it's like there's certain things I would like for Oda to answer the question about, or give some more clarity on, provide context. But some things it's good to just bask in it and realize, I think it's true. It's fine. It might not ever get revealed, but like this makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's like the latest SBS, right? People were kind of upset because nothing big got revealed. But at the same time, it's like, it's cool though, right? Like we learned that Hibari has a bear on her backpack that is supposed to be, quote, Kobe, and then Groose has a long hat because he's just kind of dumb. It's, you know,
really
like
cool.
It's fun.
I think it's really cool.
It's like small things. I love it. And then Vegapunk, he takes a shower by jumping into a pool. Woo!
It's filling out the world. For me, One Piece, I love it, but there are times where I wish the world was filled out more, and I think Oda does it, and it's getting to that point when you talk about the supernova. What were they doing up until this point? What are they doing now? What happened here? What happened there? Where you're just expecting, I want explanations. Like we were talking about a few chapters ago about the admirals. Like at God Valley, was there not an admiral system yet? Was Sengoku the only admiral? It's like filling out the world, even if it's a flashback. It makes things feel real, and so I think Oda does a good job at that, especially using things outside of the story, where now we have more context. Now we understand the characters better because now we got their hobbies and Oda even with ages and all these different things that like we don't think is important, but they are. It's just not going to be a huge reveal every day.
Yeah, it's not going to be like a cliffhanger for like a 2-week break.
No, and I don't think it has to be that. Which like you said. I really enjoy it being in that space where, okay, I think this is cool. I'm going to accept that for now as fact until Oda disproves it.
Man, there's never going to be another story like One Piece, man. That's so sad.
No.
It's
That's why I always say that we are thankful, we are blessed to be in a timeline where we experienced the big three and they all were happening at the same time.
Yep. Fairy Tail, Hunter,
and that's not including
One
some
Piece.
Of the classics I know you don't love, but
like Black Clover.
Hunter, and you know, FMAB is older, but
Fire
you know,
Force.
JJK. It's like,
okay, you're listening good animes. I'm listening like mediocre ones. Come on, you were trying to bounce back on that. You were trying to slip in Fairy Tail with all those. Come on.
I think I give Fairy Tail a chance.
I've given him.
Another
I've given
one
Fairy
as an
Tail too
adult.
many chances, man. Another one as an. Yeah, you're right. I watched it back in like. I watched it when it was airing. Actually, I think that's the worst part. Imagine being cliffhangered by Fairy Tail out of all shows.
Fairy Tail has some good openings and endings, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, anybody can make a good AMV, right? You see those on YouTube all the time. Like, no offense to people who make good openings and endings, but I mean, it's just an AMV at the end of the day.
Character? I don't know if I actually just read it.
I really liked Zalal. I know I butchered that name. Zalal, the guy that Erza was in love with. Zalal, yeah, Fairy Tail. The guy with the blue hair, like Mystagon. Jalal, it's J. It's a J. My bad. Jalal.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I thought he was cool. Yeah, you weren't gonna correct me on that one. Hey, but by the way, so Becori, he's killing the people of Sorbet Kingdom, right?
Yeah. Have you heard the dark Bonney theory?
Wait, what's the dark Bonney theory?
It's something.
It's just like Joe Biden, like Dark Brandon.
I'm working on.
What is this? Do you wanna give us a little teaser here with Dark Bonney? You can't just drop the name Dark Bonney and not say anything about it.
Becori pulls up, right? And apparently his goal is to burn people in their houses, right?
Like any good king does.
Who is somebody that's stuck at where she is and can't leave?
Bonney. So you think Bonnie's gonna like break out of the church and kill him?
I think it could be a situation where Bonnie's stuck in the church and doesn't want to leave.
Oh.
And that could lead to Kuma needing extra attention for her because, well, she didn't want to leave because she's not allowed to. So like I can see a panel where she's like, "Oh, you told me not to leave, Daddy. I didn't want to make you upset." And she's like,
"You're gonna bring a tear to my eye."
Like she's like about to die, you know. But then other things transpire.
Yeah.
But yeah. For the most part, King Becori, because he's trying to burn all the people alive, Kuma goes to try to handle her. Says, "Bonney, do not leave this spot." Somebody, you know, some rogue person gets on. They light the church on fire, and Bonney is unfortunate casualty.
I like that teaser. This is like when you meet one of your favorite authors and they tease their next book to you. It's not a bad theory. And then who knows, something might happen after that. But here's the thing. Becori, I think we can both agree, jokes aside, obviously Becori's already stronger than Luffy, but Becori most likely has somebody with him, right? It took 16 years. Sorbet Kingdom was once a part of the world government. They paid heavenly tribute. And not to mention, they came by and swooped up Ginny. And obviously, Kuma of the RA stays here. Do you think there's a chance that a Holy Knight or even a Marine Admiral, Vice Admiral are here with him to back him up?
For a lot of these things, I'm not going to just say coincidence. Ginny getting kidnapped. I think Becori's showing back up. I don't want it to be a situation where the things that happen to Kuma is like a reverse Flash situation, where it's like, it was me, Barry. Like I don't want Saturn to say that. It was like, I'm the one that did this to your parents. I'm the one that did this to you. I'm the one that did this to Ginny. I'm the one.
A little bit of Aizen from Bleach. Yeah. He's the cause of everything. He's like Danzo from Naruto. That happened. That was me. It all comes back to me.
Like
Saint
a bit
Saturn.
Unrealistic, but
that'd be crazy.
I do think some things seem to be a lot more coordinated against Kuma. So I'm gonna say that he definitely has somebody with him that has an anti-Kuma agenda, and they're doing this. I'm gonna stick it to him. I think somebody put the battering King Becori's back for this, because this is 16. What's going on?
It is 16 years. I made sure to go back and count the timelines, and I was like, "Yo, 16 years? Like, what has he been doing for that long?"
Drank and ate all your just resources away, and now you're just trying desperately to find something, but 16 years something had to have triggered this. It can't just be right. Maybe they went up on a tribute again, but yeah, maybe he pled his case to the world government. He was like, "Hey guys, put me back as the king and I'll bring you the tributes again." Sure.
Yeah, we'll send a Holy Knight with you. I feel like do you think the Holy Knights leave Marijois? Do you think they travel, or do you think they just stay there? Because here's the thing.
Where's a better place
for the most part, they stay there?
How I look at it, I think for most of the Holy Knights, it's just they're celestial dragons at the end of the day, right? And I don't think, like for Saturn, he says it's been a long time since I came to the surface. For the Holy Knights, I'm sure it must be like where are you going? Your goal is really to protect the celestial dragons. Like,
they're visiting the slums.
You gonna check on your old cousin Doflamingo.
Oh man, that's crazy. Driving by the bad parts of the town now.
Going to look at the great Rocinante. Like, what are you doing? It's just stay there. Just stay there.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's so interesting, because present day dragons, like, hey, they have no food. They're gonna feel it pretty soon, and then we go to Akainu and Kuma on Marijois, and then you have the Celestials in the background. They're like, "Yo, I have no lobster. I have no cake." And it's like, dang, like, so the Holy Knights are going to have to go secure food? Like, what does that look like to you? Do you think they're just going to go to, like, Whole Cake Island and kidnap a bunch of people? Do you think they're going to go around to the local cities and start stealing their food supplies? What do you think that looks like? Like, what is Dragon's goal? I mean, we know his goal. Okay, a better way to put it is, what do you think Dragon is hoping for here? To catch the Holy Knights off guard and take them off one by one? Or just to get them to leave the Holy Capital?
I think it's definitely to squeeze them out. I think one thing is, you're trying to ice them out, weaken them before you make an attack, before you strike. And so I don't think the Holy Knights leave often because they have no need to. And then anything else that's pressing, like I said, they send admirals to go take care of a Celestial Dragon getting beat up, right? So I'm sure they probably have reserves that other regular Celestials don't know about, but those main guys, they still have a lot that they can feast on.
Oh yeah. I'm sure like the Pangea Castle, they have like a bunch of food just for them.
But I don't
chilling.
See. I mean, okay, here's where I can see one of them left. I can see Garling's other son.
I like how you're just saying that with full confidence now, man. Chest out. Wow, no hesitation.
It's
Just
like one of those things
Garling's
that Oda
other
hasn't
son.
confirmed that I'm okay with. Yeah, Garling's
Yeah. No,
Garling's
I'm
other
in the same boat.
son. He pulled up on Shanks
that.
before. Yeah, that's
Okay.
my hot take. Garling's other son, Stab, pulled up on Shanks, and they had a little run-in.
That's a hard one. I'm not gonna go full in with you, but I'll meet you halfway. Garling definitely has another
100%.
son.
For sure.
100%. I feel it. I feel it in my veins. And it goes back to that one interview that Oda had where somebody asked if Shanks has an evil twin, and Oda just didn't answer. And it's like, you know, I'm reading too deep into it, but I feel like there's a reason why he didn't answer that question.
Something to think about, because...
So, actually, Oda did answer that question, but what he said was to redact what he said. So, it's like a military document,
Redacted.
right? You see a military document, there's like black boxes everywhere. Yeah, it just says redacted.
That means it's
Like somebody brought out the
enough
Sharpie.
that I don't want to reveal it here. I don't think it's a good idea. Because maybe it was like he was still on the fence about like what he was gonna do or how he's gonna reveal it. He's like, I don't want them to be spoiled if we do go this route. So, yeah, Shanks has a twin brother, bro. Maybe he's the one with
Wait, now I think about it too. Yeah, Shanks with King Becori, or like the other son.
Yeah,
I like that. Garling's other son with King Becori, just hand in hand destroying the village. Because let's be real, man. Like, even if Becori is really weak, there's no way he even sets one house on
he just has
fire.
other people to do it.
Solo dolo, there's no way.
Seem like that type. So.
And we can't even use the argument that he's like Wapol, because Wapol had the whole army with him still. Becori's been gone for 16 years. There's no way the Sorbet army is with him. I can't imagine that. It's got to be the world government. It's either the world government or he has the most loyal soldiers I've ever seen.
Got in his, like I said, put a bat in his back. Was like, yo, this needs to happen. You got to move on them now. This guy's a revolutionary. We need this to happen. And, you know, kind of just... Yeah. Maybe they're using it as a distraction for something else.
And it's weird, too, because it kind of ties back into what you said earlier on, where you can't take what characters say at face value, because sometimes the truth gets twisted.
More often than not.
And what Jinbei said in Egghead Island, he said, hey, Kuma was the tyrant king of Sorbet Kingdom. And eventually, while Kuma is king of Sorbet Kingdom, he gets dethroned by the citizens. And then he gets thrown in prison for life, and then he teams up with Vegapunk, and then boom, we have the Kuma we have today. But it's like, was it that simple though? Like, does Kuma beat King Becori, become king, and then the citizens overthrow him? I feel like he's getting set up. He's 100% getting set up here by the world government.
It could be some semblance of truth in it, which there always really is, but it's misinterpreted. Yeah. And it's spun, right? It's never as straightforward as the expectations are, right? So I think with Kuma, he did do some things that you would think would be a tyrant would do, but I think it's going to all be justified. Things gonna all be justified, and like you said, a misconception, just misunderstanding, but people just took it and ran with it. And you know, I think even something I thought about was like, what if Kuma was sending all this? He basically sent all the subjects away to a better place. Like, hey, where would you like to go on vacation? And sent them there. But the aftermath of it is, well, Kuma killed the basically people of the village and people that were with King Becori. It's like, yo, this dude is sick. It's like, then no bodies were left. You know,
I feel that, and all I gotta say is that I think they should have finished the job 16 years ago.
Oh shit, King Becori?
Yeah, they should have finished off King Becori. I mean, here's the thing: you're already getting rid of his king position. You're overthrowing him. You're getting rid of his army. You might as well like get rid of him, right? Like, cut his head off.
Kuma's just too good a guy.
He's too good, man. Like, they let this man come back into power 16 years later, or at least come back with vengeance.
You support, they're after something.
Who knows? Maybe Sorbet Kingdom is important.
Maybe.
I mean, it's named after a dessert. The Celestials say all we have is cake left. Maybe they're coming back.
And nothing's more important than dessert.
Skip,
so
I don't
may
know.
Have something there.
Yeah, we love dessert, man. To be honest, I don't eat cake.
Oh no.
I've never had cake.
Like, okay, what's the best cake then?
If I had to guess, I'd say chocolate cake. I feel like that's the one cake I would have.
Isn't cheesecake cake?
Cheesecake cake?
Cheesecake is cake.
But I mean, no, I've never had cake in general. Well, okay, wait, cheesecake isn't cake though.
But cheesecake.
Cheesecake is cake in name, but
What's
it's not actually cake. Cake is something it's baked flour.
Is that what cake is?
Yeah. You know, here's the thing. I feel like a lot of our conversations devolve into food talk. I don't know how this happens, but
should start reviewing food.
It just does. Maybe that's what's
like, hey, I tried that Subway tuna melt. 5 out of 10.
There we go. Honestly, I think that'd be great content. So cake, by definition, is an item of soft or sweet food made from a mixture of flour, shortening, eggs, sugar, and other ingredients, baked and then often decorated. So really, anything can be a cake with that definition. It's abstract. Yeah. Just put some egg and sugar on you and throw yourself in the oven and boom, you're done.
Up.
You're cake. She's caked up. Yes. Yeah. And just like King Becori post time skip with Garling or something.
Yeah, it's gotta love a good old cake.
We've seen so much of Garling that honestly, I hope he's not at Sorbet Kingdom. I hope if they send one Holy Knight, I kind of hope it's not him. Oh, the girl that was behind him?
Yeah.
The one with the black hair? The girl that's better than
I
Doll?
don't know if that girl has been revealed yet. Maybe we'll see her soon.
No, it's the girl behind Garling. No. Honestly, I don't see the Doll hype. I think the Holy Knight behind Garling was A1.
We didn't even see her really.
I mean, we had like a quarter of a panel with her in it during the God Valley flat. No, wait. She would have been aged up like 16 years, right? Or 24 years, actually.
The Shaki aging or Gloriosa aging.
Oh, you're right. Man, imagine if all the Holy Knights had Gloriosa aging. Like, they're all super short and stubby now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
That would be sad.
Yeah.
That would be cursed.
I doubt that, but I doubt they have those bodies. No.
Yeah, there's no way we meet the final villains and they're all old people. I refuse to believe it.
Or you think the God Knights are the final villains and not an L?
Yeah.
Good take.
See, it's good take. It's hard. Like, okay, so Anel aside, the Holy Knights are Blackbeard. Who do you think's the final villain? So when you say Blackbeard, you're putting Blackbeard over Emu, right?
When I say Holy Knights, I don't think he's necessarily going to be stronger than Emu, but I think it could be a situation where Blackbeard is faced after Emu, and because I don't think Emu is going to be a one-on-one thing.
Yeah. You think it's like the Emu
it's going to be
versus
like
the
a
world
team up, like a nice little team up.
Yeah, like the Avengers.
You know, Luke versus Blackbeard is it's not gonna lose its luster because of how many things that went into beating Emu.
And plus, like, even if we fight Blackbeard afterwards and Blackbeard isn't as strong as Emu, Blackbeard still isn't the same person as Emu. He fights differently. So
absolutely,
still a really good fight. And that's hard though. Like, Emu or Blackbeard is the final villain. Shoot. Because of thematics, I would say it has to be Blackbeard.
I think it makes a lot of sense where Blackbeard tries to stake the crown after the fight with Emu and all that. Then it kind of goes down.
Kind of like Naruto and Sasuke, right? Like they team up for Kaguya, and then afterwards they're like, "Hey,
something like that.
Time to fight."
Something similar. Where Blackbeard's somewhat. Yeah. Instead of teaming up, he just shows up at the end, like, "Hey, this is what I was after all along."
I mean, what Sasuke after Kaguya, he was like, "Hey, we're gonna have everybody sleep forever." Maybe Blackbeard's the same way. He's like, "Hey, since I can't sleep, we're all gonna sleep." Though. Yeah, it's kind of nice.
If I can't sleep,
has a good ring to it.
It does sound like a suicide mission as well.
Yeah. Did you see? I didn't find this. I forgot who did. It might have been Sandman, but Blackbeard's original bounty, not original bounty, sorry. His first bounty as a Yonko.
Yeah.
The 22474. If you look at the chapters, it's titled "Can't Sleep and Dream." So Oda's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, Oda's kind of nuts with the numbers, bro. That's why you gotta pay attention to those bounties sometimes.
They are important.
Yeah, it's chapter 224 and chapter 76. That is Blackbeard's first bounty as a Yonko, and both of those chapters are titled after sleep and dream.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, guy's a maniac.
That's dope.
He planned that out pretty well. It's just like a crocodile's bounty right now. If you translate it to Japanese individually, it roughly translates to crocodile
That reminds
as
me of
well.
Katakuri's bounty. The katakana
did they
like,
do that for
means
him
the
too?
chosen one or something. So
Yeah, dude, Oda's, man. I'm gonna say it right now, man. If you were to start a math team, you wouldn't invite Oda
He'd
on
cheat.
there, you know?
him being there is cheating.
Arithmetic team. Yeah,
think so.
you think he's banned? Yeah, it's like Monster Reborn and Yu-Gi-Oh. Just got to get rid of him. Toss him out.
Pot agreed too.
Yeah, Pot of Greed is still banned. Monster Reborn is back at 1.
Yeah.
Pot of Greed will never come back though. That one's just too broken. It's a +2.
Yeah, I think because I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh as much as I used to, I'm so detached from it. +2 doesn't seem that broken, but you know.
Nah, man. Going +2 is huge in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
That's card advantage, man.
It's not like a
Well, you're essentially playing with like a 37
sound
card
like a
deck
huge
at that
Yu-Gi-Oh
point.
guy.
Yeah, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh guy. That's why one day, one of my dreams out there, I'm a dual Tekken one
You
day.
gotta win.
Because I know he's a Yu-Gi-Oh
Think you
guy
can
too.
beat him?
Depends on the
Let me know when you
format.
want to. I set it up.
Yeah, it's all about the era of dueling we're in, right? Like if we're going old school, I think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty good, but I feel like that's when you get the most scuffed
Let me know. I
draws
set
based
it
on
up and
RNG.
I'll host. I'll narrate.
You'll narrate it. Hey, that could be a great collab one
Yeah.
day. But speaking of great collabs, thank you, Braga, for stopping by and joining us on this video where we talked about King Becori.
I just really like King Becori. I think he's one of my favorite characters in One Piece. So it was an honor to come on here and talk about him today.
And it turns out that if you guys saw the thumbnail for this video, Brago is the one who came up with it as well. So that was all his idea. He has King Becori and Garling side by side as if they were equals. It's pretty nuts. I was like, hey, Brago, what should the thumbnail be? He said, hey, King Becori and Garling like a Naruto and Sasuke duo. And I said, all right, say less. If that's how you feel about King Becori, I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to question it. And hey, you guys did what you can by staying here till the end of the video. We really freaking appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking it out. And we'll catch you guys next chapter. Peace out.